Hello world, WayofTime here, bringing to you another episode of EEPower. Man, that sun looks hot. Well, I've managed to make quite a few more frames, and we have our 25 block breakers that we're going to need. I also cooked up a bit more red alloy as well as some redstone, since we are going to need quite a bit more of those fancy little doodads called bundled cables. So let's grab this extra bit, and we should make a few more bundled cables before we start. But we have all the tubes, and we should be able to make more than enough tube frames for everything. As well, we're going to need to create a fancy little extra screwdriver. So I'll just grab a bit of wood, since we seem to be lacking. Make a screwdriver, make a few more bundled cables, and then get on. Yay! Okay, let's see if we can actually plan this well enough. So first of all, we should put all of our block breakers in line. And let's see, what's the easiest way? What gets to the down easiest? Okay, if we put them all downwards, let's just remove these pillars since they're not really necessary, and just put them all like this. Because that'll mean we only need to do one bit of our, what is it? Our wrench? Not a wrench. Screwdriver, yes. I don't even see any screws, so how can we use a screwdriver with this? I don't know. Anyways, it should just be a simple one click for each and every single one of these. So let's quickly do those, and I kind of went a bit overboard, it seems. And then we'll get our tube frames and make them. Now that we have our block breakers, we're going to need to make a few tube frames. First of all, we'll make the redstone tube frames. So just some redstone tubes and frames, and we'll get the redstone tube frames, and then we'll just simply connect all of them up, and we'll have them all like this. Now, I don't think it really matters, but what I am going to do is actually segregate them like so. Let's make it so that we have a full stack once we're done with this. I'm gonna segregate them by having it all go down a particular path. So say the chest is here, I want it to all flow naturally towards the chest. So just blocking everything up, it'll still be connected, but it won't go and yeah, it doesn't really matter. I just want to do this for fun, you know? So just quickly covering this up. And once more shall do it. Curse you. Okay, so we got 2 layers. We got a bit of a base, and we should be prepared for adding that addition. Now we are going to have to figure out where everything is going to go. Let's see. Our wire, when we place it down, is going to come down here. So this is going to be the point where we need it connected. If we have our CPU, let's get some cobblestone to illustrate this. If we have our CPU here, we're going to need some RAM. So we're going to need to make a backplane and a RAM module here. Now we'll have the monitor here, the disk drive here, and the I/O expander here, so that we'll be able to access this wire easily enough, and we might as well add one little extra bit, like so. So that should be good. So once we craft all the computer components, it'll be easy enough to just figure that stuff out. So let's get the grass out of the way, and we should just make a quick stepping stone. You know, might be a little class. Okay. So we are going to want to get our motors now and line them up so that they can both A, receive power, and B, get wired. So we'll have to figure out where the wires will go and where everything else will go with them. So first of all, let's figure out the up drive. Actually, if we connect things like this, we'll be able to have this as the centralized pillar for both the up and down drive. If we look closely at here, to be able to go in a direction, what it does is uses a pillar in one of the axes, so say in the axes that it's traveling. So say this is the x-axis, I'm not going to bother checking. It's going to use a pillar, so these two frame blocks, as kind of a pulling point to pull itself along that direction. Therefore, since up and down use the same axes of pulling, we can use the same one. So that in that theory, we can actually probably, using that theory, we can probably make this engine compartment smaller later on by having, instead of this stuff being like that, we can have it on its side, and the x-axis direction is using the same pillar, whereas the y-axis is z-axis is using a different one. I'll leave those improvements for maybe the Mark 6 design, but for now we'll might as well just go with this one. So, segueing back into some normalcy, let's get this engine done. We'll put this here. We're going to need a bat box maybe here, and the other engine here. Speaking about bat boxes, we should probably grab a bat box somewhere. We have 5 up there, but we're going to need 2 more. So let's turn these around, might as well. Like so. So this is going to be the up one, but it needs to be turned to the proper direction. So it'll pull it. Actually, this is the down motor. Yep, okay, that works. And the bat box would be here. And I hope that works. So the wiring, how would we have the wiring? The wiring, we'd have it so that it goes like this, and nah, I'm not sure if I like that. We'll have to see how it goes once we get everything figured out. So let's make a lot more panels. Take half of these, turn them into these. Whatever, we'll have it go like this, and we'll just quickly panel this up, even though we won't use every single one of these. And probably we'll take these out just for fun. Okay, and this will need to go here, because the other engines will need to go here and go in the opposite direction. So opposite direction like so, and it'll be like this. So now the only real problem is figuring out how to get the power line. And maybe this power line isn't the right way, but maybe we can use that one. No, that won't work. Okay, so let's get the wires done first. How many extra wires do we have? We have white. So we need one to go there and one to go there. So those will have to go like so if we were to do it this way. And then we'd have to do something similar by having that stuff go on top as well. But I think this will work. You just have to get the power line as well. So the power line would go something similar like this, attached to that, and we're going to need like a frame here to make sure it's attached. I think that works. Yeah, would that be required anyways? Probably not. It'd probably be a little... What am I doing? Shouldn't it be like that? Now, you know what I'm gonna do is actually switch these engines so that they're switched. Wow, switch the engines so that they're switched. So bring them as the opposite engines. So actually put this motor, if we actually get our motors, here and here, so that the power line would go into here instead. That's connected, that's connected. This one's not connected. We can probably easily connect it like that. And this is going to be connected as well, so let's just bring these back into position. And we're going to need the cover, put this, put that, and let's get these into position. Okay, this looks like it's going to have to be the way we do it. Might not be the best way, but well. And we're also going to need to add some way to get the wire going. Let's see, can we get it like so? We're going to need to add it. I better explain what I'm doing. We need to have it so that we can trigger the block breaking by having a jacketed red power cable going into the tube frame to act as somewhat of a conduit carrying the signal, and we obviously need to have a wire connecting like that also. We're going to need some more red alloy ingots, so we're going to want to craft some of them, but what we need to do is see whether a wire we can put on top of this, which doesn't seem the case. So we're going to need to move this here instead, put the red alloy wire here so that it'll connect into it, which should be an easy enough endeavor. So we need, what do we need? We need 2 extra pieces of red alloy. We have enough redstone to do so, so let's quickly craft that and get it moving a bit more. It's kind of hard to visualize this when the engine is so, not low, but whatever. I'll also at the same time make the extra 2 bat boxes, so we'll actually be able to visualize it a bit more readily. Why am I going that way? Okay, we got the red alloy, but what I'm going to quickly do is substitute a bat box so that we actually have one fully charged bat box to back ourselves up. So let's place this bat box here, but the other one here so that we can get these 2 charged up and raring to go. So where is the alloy wire? Here it is. Connected, and that's good. So this will be able to connect that, and it's not visually connecting, so let's have it visually connecting. There we go. And do we have any extra wire? We'll just grab that lime. Thank you. And we actually have the lime this time, so we are in good form. So what I think I'm going to need to do is actually cause the up drive motor to go up. So we're going to need to manually do that. So let's remove this. Both of these rather. Put this here actually, and we're going to need a few levers. Now actually nothing is fully connected, so we will need to temporarily put the frames all on there. And that'll be good. We just need to bring this up so it's connected, and nothing's connected here, so let's put that there. This little L is going to need to be removed afterwards, but it'll be quick enough to do, and it'll only need one more pull anyway, so we can probably just put it from that end. And we're gonna need to remove all this cobblestone event. Unfortunately, we know where everything is going. It's kind of like a Starburst or something. Starburst, new fruit flavor. Wahaha. Okay, I'm getting crazy now. What was I doing? Ah, yes, levers, levers. Where are my levers? The levers are up here. Place them down. Place them around. So fire this first, and not going. Obviously not going. There's something not connected. Probably something obviously obvious. And something I will not be able to see until I stop the recording. This? No, can't be. Be right back. Okay, I can't seem to, for some reason, find where the issue is. Oh, was that a cover all along? No, it can't have been. It must have been. So there was a cover here instead of the panel. So it must have caused the mix-up, and thus we're going to have to do something about that. Okay, we're close enough. We are almost making contact. We're going to want to get rid of this row soon. But I think we can make, at least this would be good. So to be able to make sure that it's all connected in the meantime, we're going to have to take this out. That'll be connected, but this won't be. So let's put these here. Actually, it's just this that won't be. So let's get this out of the way. And we're going to have to go on the other side for this leverage. Make sure I don't get squashed by our own frame machine. There we go. No. 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 Why must you be there? And last one. Sorry, lied. Okay, now we made contact. The frame machine is quasi-complete. It'll at least give us a better understanding of where everything is going to need to fit, as well as wiring and etc. Now that I look at it, we only need to put a frame there for this wire, and that'll be connected. As well, we only need one frame here to connect this one, and it'll be completely connected. This is giving me claustrophobia. Oh goodness. So let's see what we're going to need to do. We're going to need to get our wires out, and we're going to also need a few bundled cables. Sorry, the special bundled cables, ones that must not be mentioned. Or something similar, I'm not sure. I'm making this up on the fly, okay? Don't sue me, please. Please. I have so much to live for, so much to give to the world. So many bad puns yet said. Okay, so with that interesting reveille out of the way, we can actually get this done. So, I'm going to need to put these there, and this time they are panels. Let's make sure they are panels. Thus, they won't get things stuck, and they are a little more annoying to use. So we got those, and we'll be able to check if the wires match. And we might as well see if we can get some good wires. So we have our LOL lime wire, and we got our yellow wire. So yellow wire we'll put for our up, and lime for our down. For downtime. Those are connected, those are completely done, but we're going to need to get these so that it doesn't connect accidentally. Don't see why it'd be a problem, but, you know, never be too cautious. Well, you could be too cautious, but I'm not going to go for the obvious here, okay? Okay. So finally, we'll get those, and there. So now this one, this little piece of wire isn't connected at all either. So we're going to also need to get this supporting frame here, probably, to get it. So this isn't needed. And that's good. And we still have these bases free for our computer, etc. stuff. And we have this free for our... Do we have pink wire? Yes, we do. Good. So pink wire will be the thing that we use for here. So pink and red alloy going to tube. So it seems like we have all of the main wires connected, and we're just going to need to craft some of our auxiliary equipment. So I think what we should do is get rid of the excess framing and have a quick once over to make sure that there aren't any excess frames. Since, as I said in the previous video, too many frames, not efficient enough. When it's not efficient, it doesn't go as fast. Another thing that we should check out is if the thing actually moves. So what I think we shall do is just do 2 downward movements by taking this out of the way and using the correct color, which is the lime. So lime here. Can we get the lime wire out of the way? That seems to have made some odd impressions, did it not? Let's put that in the way, and lever, lever, lever. Will this work? Okay, down, and another one flicks it back. There seems to obviously be a time between flicks, but we can work on that timing once we actually get the coding, etc. in. So we can probably do a few more flicks, but I think just checking whether the yellow works will be enough as well. So put this here. There we go. Seems to work. I think we're done here. Okay, so let's put this here and get our bundled cable back. And all we're going to need to do is, well, do the once over. Let's just quickly go through and see if we can find anything. Also, we will need some more solar panels than what we have right now. And we will need a chest. So putting a chest here should be good. Do we have a chest? Oh, we should have a chest. Do we have iron? Yes, we have iron to upgrade said chest. And it'd be helpful if we actually had a chest for once. So let's create one quickly. Surround it with irony goodness. And then place it down and have a ball at it. Zoom, zoom. And now that I think of it, this quarry actually was pretty quickly made. So there it is. It seems good. Can probably just quickly test the pink wire. Hello, pink wire. No, no. Bad way, bad way. Huh? How did that turn down with the pink wire? Lime should have been the one that did that, huh? Is there a phantom response or something? I'm not sure. Let's see. Oh, it's connecting. That's unforeseen. That's a problem, so we're going to need to connect panels here so that they don't connect that way. Derp! Oh, gosh, Way. How could you not have seen that? And where is your dang frame motor? There it is. Found it. Problem solved. So let's put this around quickly in the right direction. There we go. Let's twist. Swish and flick. And let's see if it actually consumes a block. Like so. Okay, it's consumed. It easily works. Lag spikes and all. So all we're going to need to do is quickly change that so that it actually is in the neutral position so we can get things moving again. Yep, that was the wrong one, and it is really, really difficult to move when you are just floating in midair. Oh yeah, that one's over. One moment, I'll look and see if we can find anything. Okay, there were a few frames that I think were not really detrimental, but I got this one that was here, and there were 3 at the corners. It might actually be a good way to get into some sort of passenger compartment, though I don't know how jittery this thing would be in movement. We're probably going to have to wait and see once we actually get everything going, but I am highly confident that this is a successful build. Though it does look a little skeletal, almost like it can easily be compressed. Though I don't think, well, we need a computer and the stuff there, so that's the only way I can see compressing it. But as long as all the battery boxes are full, and I remember on the other design that we had, we only had 4 battery boxes, so this 7 should maintain voltage a lot better. Thus, it should be a bit faster than the other ones. So the sorted junk will just get out of the way so that we'll be able to do some crafting in our base. So let's start doing some crafting since we are going to need our computer equipment to actually run this. Heaven forbid. And we can do that. Where's my backpack? There it is. Lap pack. And it's not a pack that goes on your lap. I tried that once. It did not end well. So let's check all the computer equipment that we are going to need. The first one is the central processing unit. So central processing unit, it requires an entire diamond block, which is a little unfortunate, and we're also, now that I think of it, going to need a few of those red wafers. So we're going to need to craft some of them a little just quickly. So one of the silicone boules, we're going to probably need Do we need one more piece of redstone? One solitary piece of redstone? As if. Let's make 4 of them for now and see what we need later, because we are going to need 4. But anyways, another thing that we'll need is our block of diamonds. So quickly compressing these 9 diamonds into a block, and we should have all the diamonds that we need. Block. Not the block Quebecois. No. Just no. No. Okay, so central processing unit will require this, and also I believe it's going to require some ribbon cable, so we will need to create that quickly. I think 8 pieces should be all we need for this. And also, as usual with all of our computing needs, we will need a bit of wood. So, bit of wood, where is the wood? Where is the wood? Do we actually need any wood? Yes, we do. We need a lot of wit. A lot of wit. Ugh. We actually need some wit. We are definitely not finding it here. So, central processing unit done. Next thing we need is a back pane. Back pane will require iron bars, and this, a bit of gold, and we're done. RAM unit, I believe, will require a diamond, so we should get that ready. RAM. Yep, diamond and 4 wafers. So let's get 2 more wafers. We will need more, but that's beyond the point. And we will need our diamond, which is in our diamond chest. Hey! Not our diamond chest, our gold chest. We do not have a diamond chest. We are a little poor, but it's okay. I'll be there. I believe it's iron bars, right? Don't see why it wouldn't be. Okay, so once we get our doped wafers, we have our RAM module. And now the next thing we're going to want to make is our I/O expander. Our input-output expander, our computer interface, which is going to require yet another red doped wafer. And I'll make another one just in case, because I am pretty sure that we will need one. And it also requires a ribbon cable, so let's get that right. I believe it's on the bottom. And is it a wood jacket or a stone jacket? It's a wood jacket. Okay, input output. Now our disk drive, which is going to need a motor, I think. Disk drive. It's going to require a blue electric motor, which is once again going to require the copper coil. So I'll put this stuff on our frame machine right now, because it's going to be a necessary deed that we have to take upon ourselves. And, well, more so that we actually see where everything needs to be. Up here, go like this, and let's put this all one by one. So first, central processing unit we'll place on the front, like so. And making sure it goes on, we'll need our back pane and our RAM. So good, and it should be connected, and it shouldn't have to move. We shouldn't need an extra frame for that. And our I/O expander connecting to the wire. Now I don't believe the shift click has worked since the last time I tried. No, it hasn't. That's a shame, but it is connecting, and it should be an IOX address of 3, so we should be good there. So we'll keep that, and also we're going to need our disk drive and monitor. So let's quickly make our disk drive. I'll quickly craft that up, and then we can work on our monitor as well. We're going to need, I think, 1 piece of redstone. I might be able to find redstone somewhere in here. I will prevail in the end. Okay, so now that we actually have this, we'll be able to make our other little device. So put that there. We're going to need our wood jacket once again. And wouldn't you know it, we are going to need some more wood. So let's get this down. Our disk drive is complete, and we are going to need a floppy disk, and I believe that is made simply using this. Yes, and we will need a 4th boot disk first of all. So we got that. Now the last thing we're going to need is a monitor. So our monitor is going to require lime lumar, which is going to require lime dye, redstone, and glowstone. So we need 2 pieces of dye, and we're going to want to just quickly transmute it into lime dust. Or not lime dust, that'd be a little awkward. Okay, that's light blue, magenta. If only there was a way to go backwards in it. Cacti, purple, cyan, light gray. It's probably the last one on it. Yep, let's check. Yes, it was the last one. Oh, come on. That's just mean. Mean, mean, mean. Nice job, Hammer. Okay, so let's quickly make our lime lumar. We're only going to use one of it, so we might as well throw the other one away, because it isn't easy enough thing to craft. We just have to find our glowstone, which we actually have some of. Wow. But we're going to need some glass as well, so we can quickly craft the glass after this. So lime lumar, wood jacketing here, here, and here. We're going to also need our ribbon cable and our red doped wafer. And our 3 pieces of glass. I think I have some in here. I should be able to just rustle some up, and we should be good on that aspect. Come on, just 3 pieces of glass? You're a pain. Okay, guess we're going to have to make our own glass. Don't worry, we have a handy device. Build your own glass blowing kit. With this easy device, with only 5 payments of $9.95.95, you will be able to blow your own glass. Warning, breaking glass is not a viable option to save the world from an apocalypse. Even though it happens in movies, breaking your glass does leave glass shards. Do not try this at home. Do it at a friend's house. I think I'm done here. Okay, so let's plug in this monitor again, and then we'll be able to see if we can get stuff going over here. So let's actually get this on. Jetpack, munchies. I always heard from my mother that it's best not to fly while eating. Don't know why. It's so fun. Hey, get back there. That's probably why. They knew my monitor would do that. So let's plug this in, monitor in, start this up, and we should be good to go with everything. We're just going to probably need to do a bit of testing, but I think the only aspect left in this is to actually code it, which should be a simple enough endeavor. Well, simple enough, I think. I might use my code that I have before, though it's going to need to be altered because of the movement. Also, we will want to pretty this up, for 1, and 2, we are going to need some more solar panels than this. If we check quickly, we're going to need 13 more panels, and we are going to need to make some more panels anyways, because we will need to add a red power element to our base. As well, we're going to probably want to move this chest, instead of being here, move it over here instead, so that we can add a kill switch probably right here. That's probably the best place for it. Well, I think that's pretty much all the time we're going to have for this episode. We're going to want to make sure that everything is in readiness for next time when we're going to try to code this bad boy. I'm not sure, maybe the red power computer is making me lag. I'm gonna have to maybe wait for a bit before I record the next one. Get all the coding in, maybe I should try to do it up on the spot, or use the code that I have before. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of EEPower. If you like what you see, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to future episodes. WayofTime here, signing off. Have a wonderful day.